We're live.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Well, actually, nobody's attending at the moment, so I guess there are no questions. So we'll move right along. Would someone like to move adoption of the agenda?
Schaefer.
Goldwax.
Okay, so on motion of Councillor Schaefer, seconded by Councillor Goldwax, it is resolved that the agenda of the special council meeting is hereby adopted as submitted. Anyone opposed? Okay, brings us to 4.0, adoption of bylaw 1031.
Bill, sorry, there are 3 attendees.
I see 0.
Well, I just saw.
Oh, there are 3. Top
Yeah.
right-hand corner, there's 3 attendees. Top left-hand corner, sorry.
Are there 3 attendees?
That's what I saw a
Yes.
message from Thierry.
Yes,
No, it
there are.
said, now two,
No, it
now it
says
says
2.
2. Somebody
2.
just dropped off.
Okay,
So
so do
We
we,
want to have a question period for those 2 people.
are there 2 people? I see it says 0 on my,
Says 2 attendees, Bill.
2 attendees? Okay,
But there are
so,
no questions in the question and answer period.
okay, so we continue. Item number 4, adoption of bylaw 1031 on motion of Councillor,
Schaefer.
Goldwax.
seconded by Councillor Goldwax, and resolved to approve bylaw number 1031 entitled bylaw on the use and supply of potable water and administration of used water sewage services. Anyone opposed? Okay, that's adopted. That brings us to
Apparently there's a note in the question period that says the link on the town's website is broken.
Yeah. I just got another question as well. It's not working, the link.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go through the agenda and then I'll take questions after the agenda. Okay,
The link that Thierry sent to us for the residents, I posted onto the Hampstead Dialogue page. So I'm not sure if that link is maybe better than what's on the Hampstead page.
I will change the link on the website. Give me a few minutes. Okay, so Bill, we should pause this meeting for a few minutes to allow residents the opportunity to get in here.
yes, absolutely.
So somebody should reply to these questions. I see the question from Jeremy Levi there. So somebody should reply to him and tell him that the link will be available soon on the website.
Michael, are you making an announcement on the?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
On what?
You can, on the question portal, you can make an announcement and reply back to the public. So Michael will just make an announcement, and I guess residents can hear us as well because we're live. So we'll just pause the meeting for a few minutes while the link is fixed and give residents a few minutes to come in.
Goldenberg again, he texted me. And
So
he says,
Leon, just respond back to him that Thierry's updating the link.
yes, I'm doing it now.
There's feedback from somebody, I'm not sure who.
I believe it's might be Councillor Schaefer.
No,
No?
Not at all. I'm looking at you, Warren.
If the residents want to refresh the web page, they will have the latest link.
I'm letting him know.
Thank you. I guess just in the interim, residents should know that the pool is open. Obviously, the tennis courts as well. So if anybody's interested in using our seasonal services, they're there. I don't know if any other councillors have any fun announcements to make? Anything happening around town?
No, but I'd just like to, on behalf of council and administration, offer condolences to the family, Carrie and Amanda, on the passing of Ellie White. May her memory serve as comfort to everyone. A young girl who went through a very difficult time in her life. So my sympathies, and she's a neighbor of mine.
How old was she, Michael?
8 years old.
How old?
8.
Wow. Oh,
Tragic.
It is.
Absolutely tragic.
terrible, terrible.
It is. I also made the announcement to refresh the Hampstead webpage that you're on, and it'll work. So I sent that out on the announcement page of this meeting as well.
Michael or Bill, does anybody know what the schedule is for the Bell? You know, they're cutting up everybody's lawns, putting fiber optic cabling. Does anybody know what the schedule is? What streets are coming up? And
Yeah,
how long
so
it'll take?
right now they are finished. They finished Colchester. They're heading down Netherwood, which is, I'm using my hands, heading down Netherwood, looping around. They're coming up to Applewood now. They're going to be running down Applewood, Crescent and Road. And then they're going to be looping back onto Holly to meet up where they started, which was at Holly and Fallbrook. Then they're going to continue on from Netherwood onto the Belsize block. They're going. It's mushrooming out that way, but they're trying to do it in a linear fashion to keep the equipment in one area and to keep, as you see, the piles of gravel and dirt that they were digging up and putting in one location. They don't want to run from different streets. So they've already finished Colchester. When I say finished, I'm going to state that they finished putting the boxes in. The covers are there. However, the sod replacement and ground replacement has not been done because that is not the TRJ Telecom that does this. This is an outside contractor. The outside contractor is resodding the part of Holly. So the Holly on the lower numbers, addresses on the other side of Queen Mary of Holly. And then they're going to be doing Colchester. So they were on Netherwood and Colchester today, right on the corner. And they're going to be heading what I call Colchester around towards the Belsize. And they're going to come around from the Belsize back onto Holly and all that. So they're
How long does it normally take? Like each property?
It depends. It depends on the size of boxes. I will say the box that goes in there is 12, either 12 by 12, 18 by 12, or 36 by 18. I have these pictures that and people can walk around this area and see it. In order to put in this 18 by 36 size box, they're digging a hole that's about 5 feet by 5 feet wide. So there's a large chunk of lawn that is removed while they run these 4-inch and 2-inch orange pipes, which is the conduits that are running the Bell Fibes. Not the Bell Fibe to your house. And I want to just explain to everybody. I know there's only 4 people on. What they're doing right now is to get the Bell Fibe from the front of your property along the front of the property. There'll be another crew coming back in about a few months' time and there'll be door hangers on each door stating, do you want Bell Fibe? Once then it is said yes, and they deploy that work, it's going to be from that box, that 12-inch by 12-inch box that you see on there, the fronts of the lawns. They're going to run a 2-inch channel to the back of your house where your bell is typically running in, near your hydrometer and all that stuff. That's typically where your bell line is running in, and that's where the Bell Fibe will actually go to your house. Right now, this work is only connect the properties in the front all the way along. They're channeling along the conduits where hydro conduits are running. They're not in the hydro conduits, so hydro wires are inside a conduit, but they're running parallel with it. So the holes that they're digging along the sides of the fronts of the properties are trying to get access and channeling.
But if they're digging in front of a resident's house, should that resident expect that work is done within a day, or it's normally a few days work right in front of their house?
It's a few days work, and it depends on what type of box they're putting in, because if it's a larger 18 by 36 inch box, it's because it's picking up conduits from different corners, meeting up in there. And then it channels into those 12-inch by 12-inch blocks. I have, like I said, I've taken pictures. Just
By
to
the way,
give
do
you
you, and do you know if they're going to be doing this on the other side of Hampstead as well?
they're not, well,
One
there
second.
might or might not be, because right now they're using underground hydro channels. Right now on the south side of Hampstead, we don't have underground hydro channels. So I'm not sure what the work is scheduled on that side of Hampstead.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm trying to get my camera to go. Because that's, oh, there you go. That's an 18 by 36. Oh, I disappeared. 18 by 36. But look at the size of the hole get dug up.
Wow.
Okay, and it will get resodded, and then you'll only see that little square, which is 18 by 36. But in order to dig that, you can see they dig up. I'm going to get another picture for people. There's another one where they actually channel a lot larger hole. Oh, this is really hard with the camera.
Yeah. I guess my only comment would be if
Here
the
it is.
administration, I know Richard and Tilly are here, if the administration can just keep an eye on this, because I noticed there were certain instances where there was gravel all over the road a few days after they left.
It's not bad.
I think Leon is your mic.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So
Alright.
yeah, so I know that I do know that Public Works is driving around. Obviously, Public Security, I've seen them driving around, but I do know that TRJ is in communication with Public Works obviously because of Info Excavation, right? And lately, if you've been noticing, now there's green flags that are up. Green flags is because the same company is marking off where the underground lighting wires are, which means lamp standards to lamp standards. So there you have orange lines, you have green lines, and you have red flags, which are hydro wires. So there's a lot of markings going on, a lot of spray painting on sidewalks. I will tell you, it looks like this side of Holly, Colchester, Fallbrook, and whatnot on Belsize, the graffiti, it looks like graffiti all over the sidewalks, because there's it's just, that's the way it is. Eventually the paint will dissolve. But yeah, it's I can tell you they can spend and one resident was on our meeting a few weeks ago, who's a neighbor of mine around the corner of Holly. They dug a hole on his property. It was 7 feet by 7 feet. That hole was there for almost a week. So it depends on what size box is going in there and how quickly it's connected. So it's really tough to say. This is a smaller box. Shoot. I know everyone can't see, but that's a smaller box.
I think we conclude our pre-council entertainment. I think, Mr. Mayor, if you want to start, we've been 10 minutes at this.
I'd love to, but I don't know, do we have any attendees?
Yeah,
Six
we're up to
attend-
6.
Six attendees.
So is there something I have to do so I can see this? Because
On your top left-hand corner next to the word live, you have the number of minutes we're on, 34 minutes and 46 seconds. And then right next to it says 6 attendees.
in my case, it said 0. So what's wrong?
I don't know. What
Somebody's-
screen? Oh, what screen? Well, okay, Mr. Mayor, look at the center screen where you have our pictures again. And
Yeah.
then right above, see Thierry, Pierre, and Richard. Right above it, you'll see the number of participants as well. And it says
Oh,
on Team X.
6.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's Thierry's screen, by the way. So that's what you'll see.
All right. Now,
And there are questions coming in on the Q&A. I think he dismissed. Okay, so the questions before was the links about getting access, which has been they've been dismissed because they've been answered, and there's no new questions from since then.
okay, so let's continue the meeting. Item 5, approval of the hiring of Miss Melanie Tallarico. It was proposed by Councillor
Goldwax.
Goldwax, seconded by Councillor
Schaefer.
Schaefer, and resolved to approve the hiring of Ms. Melanie Melanie Talarico as temporary office agent, subject to the usual conditions and in accordance with the provisions of the collective agreement between QP Local 429 and the town of Hampstead. Anyone opposed? No, so that's adopted.
It should just for residents that just jumped on, we're starting at number 5 because we already did the first few. However, it was just the approval of the agenda and quick resolution on potable water.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank you. And we're at 6, approval of the hiring of Miss Laura Viviani. It was proposed by Councillor
Schaefer,
Schaefer, seconded by Councillor
Budning.
Budning, and resolved to approve the hiring of Mrs. Laura Viviani as receptionist and accounts receivables clerk, subject to the usual conditions and in accordance with the provisions of the collective agreement between QP Local 429 and the town of Hampstead. Anyone opposed? Nope. Brings us to 7, another hiring resolution. It is proposed by Councillor
Schaefer,
Schaefer, seconded by Councillor
Goldwax.
Goldwax, and resolved to approve the hiring of Ms. Luvati Permal Varden as Quality Municipal Service Manager in accordance with the conditions described in the management remuneration policy of the town of Hampstead. Anyone opposed? It's adopted. Brings us to 8. I'll just announce that each member of council having received a copy, the town clerk deposits partial minutes of the regular Planning Advisory Committee meeting held on June 15th, 2021. The council takes note of the deposit of said minutes by the town clerk. And we move on to item number 9, dealing with 1 Colchester. And this is minor exemptions. No one approached us with any issues. So it is proposed by Councillor
Alfasi.
Schaefer,
Goldwax.
Councillor Schaefer, seconded
Just
by
choose one.
Councillor Goldwax, I guess. And resolve that the request for 2 minor exemptions to zoning bylaw number 1001-2 for the property located at 1 Chemin, Colchester, lot number 2089726, zone RA2 is approved. Anyone opposed?
No, but just as I always do with minor exemptions, it should be noted that this is just for a side yard with the installation of a pool, and it is in reference to the fact that we're going to be changing the bylaw in the coming months. So instead of holding this individual up, we're legalizing it in advance of the change for everybody.
Yes, exactly. And we'll have quite a few others at our next special council meeting coming up next week, June 28th.
Yeah,
Okay, would someone like to move adjournment? Proposed by
Schaefer,
Councillor Schaefer, seconded by Councillor
Goldwax.
Wax. And resolved that this council meeting is adjourned.
Sorry.
Anyone opposed?
Nope.
And that's adopted. And that's it, I guess. Councillors will reconvene in our private caucus meeting, and I thank those who attended tonight.
Good evening, gentlemen. Bye-bye. Good night.
And a happy belated Father's Day to all the gentlemen who are.
Yes, and a happy Fitnats and now to everybody this coming Thursday.
Exactly. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Bye.